When I am drunk, I am angry and I am slutty. Guess which one I'm feeling tonight? I'm gonna say it like this. Niggas are getting mad disrespectful my way, and I'm just this close to letting loose. And if you're like, Tamia, how much did you have to drink tonight? A Red Bull, a Twisted Tea, and a soju cocktail. That probably would be enough to kill like 3 people, but somehow I am still standing, and we are better off for it. It's funny, I got the soju cocktail right as I was like, damn, I really need to go get another drink tonight, like something really, really strong. And then the very sweet, objectively, amazingly sexy bartender at the venue I was at, she was like, hey, Tam, we're gonna make soju cocktails. Do you want some? And I asked for a little, like make it strong. They gave me enough shit to kill a fucking horse. Actually, a whole Seven Nation army. Holy shit. So, but surprisingly, it's not hitting me as hard as it should. But it's hitting me hard enough to say this. I'm so tired of people trying to undermine me. I keep dealing with people where they're trying to undermine how I produce events. You know, comedy, variety shows, burlesque. They're trying to undermine me. And I'm tired of it. I got praised tonight that felt pretty good. Someone openly was like, give it up for Tam. She's not even a comedian. She just does this shit because it's just her, I don't know, her special interest for some reason. And we fucking love her for it. Give it up. And the whole room clapped for me. Because, yes, the autism. I'll put it this way. If you're like, Timothy, why do you like comedy shows and open mics so much? I love low entry, very easy access activities for people like me who have social and mental conditions that stop them from being able to socialize like every other person. So, simply put, us autistic people, we don't like nightclubs and bars. Usually not. At least like a big chunk of us. So, you know, if it's like, okay, the music's too loud, they're going to force us to drink alcohol, they're going to make us do this, make us do that. That's not so fun. But you know what is fun, bitch? Open mics, because it's a place where it's like you don't have to drink alcohol if you just want like a Mountain Dew or a Sprite, or to throw some money in a tip bucket, or even just to sit down with the water. People will be glad just to not be performing in front of anyone there. And we follow social cues. So, you know, if an autistic person goes to a mic where they're like, whatever you do, clap for performers that you like, and you see a performer you like, you're going to be laughing, you're going to be clapping, you're going to be supportive and locked in. You're not going to be one of those assholes who shows up and doesn't pay any attention. You're going to be sitting front row, like, yes, I'm listening, and yes, I support you. Haha, that was funny. I'm going to laugh too hard. I'm going to clap. And we get socially stimulated that way, the same way we would if we were busting a boogie hella hard off of hella cocaine and ketamine in a fucking nightclub at 2 a.m. For us, if we were just at like a fucking cafe or a restaurant or even sometimes a bar where it's like low lighting, social cues on what to do, you say laugh, I laugh. You say clap, I clap. If there's a chance to do so, even out of tune, and someone will still enjoy me for it, then hell yeah, I'll do it. And then on top of that, like, I'll put it this way, I'm someone where it takes very little social stimuli for me to be happy. So I went to open mics because I was like, hell yeah, it's a place where I'm not expected to spend a shit ton of money, even just a small amount in my time and attention, and the whole room worships me. That's all I fucking need. And I get to worship them back. And then I get to go home knowing that I got fist bumped by a few comedians, that I got to eat some good dinner that I was already going to get somewhere else anyway, and I get to have a fun fucking time. As you should. You want to know what happens? Eventually, I was like, let's do producing. People were shocked by that. They were like, why would she be a producer? How's that even going to work? She's a chronic audience member. She's been around for like a year or two, just like at every open mic, just as a fucking audience member. How's that going to work? And guess what? It fucking worked, bitch. And I worked against all odds to make sure it worked. So on an evening like this, I'm just saying, it shouldn't have worked. It shouldn't have. But it did. Why? Because I'm fucking good at this shit. I know what to do. I studied the logistics. I went to comedy showcases, open mics, anywhere I could. I spent the money. I went to the free events. I tried my best. And I would jot down what went right and what went wrong. I'd go to a comedy show and I'd think to myself, okay, they clearly didn't do mic checks because you can barely hear the comedians correctly. Let's see, the seating layouts are stupid, so you can't use the bathroom or get a drink professionally. Bartenders making too much noise in the background, that's distracting from the comedy. The comedians they book are not funny, and clearly were just like people that were their friends or people they owed favors to. Terrible business practice. And you want to know why my mic thrives? Despite everything, despite how you might go there and be like, parking is a little bit difficult. but not too undoable. You want to know why the people there love me? From the audience, to the comedians, to the other performers, to the venue owners. It's because I bring value and I recognize what makes this place work. It has everything you could need for a comedy venue. Low ceilings, perfect mood lighting, bright enough where you can walk around and find a seat evenly, seats spread out perfectly, nice and colorful but not overwhelming, a nice spotlight so you can see, house sound system that sounds fucking immaculate, comedians that are actually good, an actual audience that's not just full of comedians. I do this shit. I do this shit. I study. I scoped out that place in like January and I was like, okay, you know what, logistically, this is a place that needs foot traffic and revenue. You know what comedians and event performers do? A bunch of comedians will swarm a fucking place if it's a new place to perform. Fresh meat. Like, they approach it like sharks with fucking blood in the water. And then as for like foot traffic, they bring foot traffic. If you tell them, I'll give you like 3 to 4 minutes on stage, but you can get almost double that if you buy an item, they're gonna buy that fucking item. Doesn't always mean they're the best performers, but guess what? The ones who are the best usually are making money from their craft and usually will buy food. Also, on top of that, I was like, this place sells food. And it's not just normal food, it's delicious, good food. Is it a little expensive? Only slightly. But you know what? A lot of comedians need dinner. A lot of people are looking for a new place to go for a good time and good eats. We're in a recession. People are having issues with their finances. They're struggling with their cash. So many things are happening. You know what they really fucking need? They need a place where they can be entertained, have fun, have a community space. Do you know how many people are sick and fucking tired of being in the home, doom scrolling all the time with nothing to do, limited funds, all that? If you could be guaranteed a night where you can go out every week, you see the same fucking people with some new faces and a bunch of cool performers performing entirely for free on the house just to make you smile, you're going to go out and have fun. And if you can get dinner that you were already going to get, because you know what? The price of cooking your own dinner is fucking expensive. And it's damn near reaching, if not superseding, the cost of getting DoorDash. So you know what? If you can go to a venue that is just like slightly more expensive, but also get comedy, your brain is going to be like, okay, I could have gone to a comedy show where I paid this much for a ticket and this much for food, and I consider that worth it. So if I give all my money to the restaurant for good ass food, and they also keep providing free comedy and free events and free contortionism and cool spiritual shit on the house, that seems like a worthy investment of time in a fucking recession. All you have to do is make sure the event is good. And I try my best to make sure the event is good. I do as much advertising as I can. I get word on the street. I've been working on building my social connections so well, and it's been paying off. And I've been researching psychology and how to really make things work in my favor. I say this in the least sociopathic way I can say it. You know that movie, what's it called? Is it Dangerous Liaisons? It has Glenn Close in it. She talks about how she has to see if she can keep a smile on her face as she digs a fork in her fucking hand. It's kind of like that. Sometimes I'll be talking to someone and I'll be like, this person is so fucking stupid. But the whole interaction, they will not know. They will think I'm a woman who values their opinion and thinks they're so fucking intelligent and smart and actually kind of sexy. And oh my god, that hairstyle suits you so well. And that happened tonight with the most despicable motherfucker ever, who I'm making this video over. Because if I work hard to make sure a room that against all odds should not work works, you do not have a room to shit on me. Nigga was talking to me about, oh, food mics don't work, comedians don't buy food, but they do at my event. You will always see someone buying brisket and barbecue and hot dogs and tacos and ramen. Always. You know why? Have you ever heard of the term California sober? Have you ever considered that there are some comedians who need to buy dinner before they hit a bunch of other mics? Have you ever considered that there are some people who truly are sober and just do not want to be in spaces where they need to consume alcohol? Did you know Gen Z actually consumes less alcohol than the other previous generations? Because why would you want the bloating when you could be nice and slim? Why would you want the misery, the hangovers, all that? But then again, Gen Z is lurking for third spaces. They're looking for activities that don't cost an arm and a leg. They're looking for fun that doesn't require them to be inebriated to enjoy some shitty ass dark venue with no place to sit that's funky. And if I can provide a space that is not overstimulating and is comfortable, and you come each week and you know who you're gonna see and you're gonna dap them up and high five them and hug them and hang out for like an hour, even as long as 3 hours, and have a great fucking time, you will do that at my space and love it. The way I was talking to this nigga tonight, he just kept sounding so sure. And he said something to me in a certain tone that was just like, oh, well, you seem to be doing fine with, your little, with your mics and everything. And I'm looking to make showcases. And I was very tipsy at this point, but still locking in. And I was like, it seems like you have something you'd like to say to me that you weren't directly saying to me. Is there anything you'd like to address with me? He was like, what? I said, is there, it seems like you have something you want to say about the work I do as a producer, and specifically about open mics. And it seems like you have something very specific that you're avoiding telling me because of the social taboo. So how about this? Instead of hiding behind a social stigma, is there anything you'd like to say to me? In case you want to air your grievances and have your chance. And the way this nigga, like I said, it's softer than that, believe it or not. But the way you saw this nigga be like, oh, well, it seems like you have something you want to say about how you're running. Da, 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 da. And he kind of mumbled on purpose. But I don't know what face I made. He locked in pretty quick. I was gonna bust that nigga's fucking mouth open and eaten his fucking teeth. I would have cannibalized that nigga. Fucked him in the face so fucking fucked his gum good, just fucking gum. No teeth. In it. I don't know what look I gave him, but knowing me, something along the lines of, like, I think he just noticed like something and just missing from my eyes. Something was there. Something even more vacant than the look I'm giving you. But either way, he snapped in a second. He was like, no, I don't have any issue with your mics. No. I think yeah, it seems like you're pretty content doing that. And it's like, exactly. I can't say that. I can say that word. I'm fucking trans and I'm gay and all that other shit. I can say the word, but I'm trying not. But he knows what word I'm thinking. That bitch. I hate these punk ass loser niggas. Cause it's like, sorry, bitch. I have nothing to lose. I can fuck you up and get away with it. I hate these bitches. And just if you heard him talk, you would have heard him talk about comedians are cheap. They wouldn't buy food. They don't like to buy food. They buy drinks. Good for you, fucking stupid loser. You heard me say the new venue I'm opening up serves food as well as drinks. He tried to talk shit about me offering to be a location scout for people for events. I said, well, I didn't say it, but I thought to myself, oh, interesting. So something that multiple people have had extremely good luck with me over, you weren't willing to do with me. But he explained himself. He was like, I just want to prove that as a comedian, since I'm a comedian, that would bring even more value to it. Because it's like, hi, I'm a comedian, And I thought to myself, you're a comedian that no one fucking knows you. You're not booked for shit. You're not funny. Like, the only thing working for you is your face card, pretty boy, and even that's gonna divide. Like, no offense. Like, you are like this close to looking like an anorexic version of the Crypt Keeper, sweetie. I'm just saying, you might want to calm that down, calm that down, calm that. I'm just saying, loser. But I'm just saying, this bitch, because it's like, I'll put it this way: you don't even run open mics, and you want to start a showcase, and I'm just supposed to like. I went through that cycle to myself. I did, and you know what happened? Eventually, I was like, you know what? I'll put it this way. I remember last year I was trying to run a really big event that wasn't even inherently comedian based, but people were like, I think you should run an open mic first so you know how comedians are like and structure and running it and da 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 da. And at first I thought these bitches are fucking stupid and annoying. Why can't I just run a showcase or a huge event off the bat? But you know what? As time went on, I kind of went from you ain't got the answer, Sway, to like actually Sway had the serious. Except I wouldn't admit that. I'll admit I'm egotistical enough where I still wouldn't admit that to this day. A whole year has passed. I still would not admit that. But you know what? It's okay. Because I just decided, like, okay, you know what? I scouted a venue with somebody, they weren't snatching it up, and I was happy too, and now that's the venue that is my biggest hit. People contact other people about my venue. They're like, oh, is it a comedy show? How do I get booked? How do I get on? We must suck Timmy's dick over it. And then I've had other friends say, kind of out of jealousy, they're like, it's an open mic. Just show up. And you can tell they secretly seethe about it, but that's because it's like, okay, I pack out the fucking house. I do well with advertising. I know logistically what makes an open mic work. Because a lot of these fucking dumbasses, they're just like, let's go with my friend who I think is funny that no one else has ever laughed at. let's, they'll be like, let's get people, fuck my earring. Where is it at? Bitch. Whatever, I don't have patience. I'll find you later. They always want to be all, ooh, 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 look at us. We're so cool. Like, they want to hire, they get friends who never have consistent jokes, but they're friends with. And it's like, okay, your buddy's funny at the bar. He's not exactly funny all the time, is what I'm saying. If you see him bomb on stage, but he's funny afterwards when he drinks away his sorrows, I hate to break it to you, you should not be booking him on shows. You should be sitting him on his way to as many open mics as he can to work on his fucking craft. I'm just saying, go for the hitters. Because we can tell when someone's just like a friend. And as an audience member, and a chronic audience member at that, I'll see niggas at shows and I'll just be like, oh, I've seen you at open mics. If I knew you were on here, I would have just not paid for a ticket, bitch. I would have stayed my ass home. Because these niggas don't even get laughs at open mics. Why are you booking them on stage? Oh, because they're your friend who gives you free drinks at this other bar. Stupid. Don't do that shit, idiot. I love this necklace on me. It makes my neck a little itchy from the fabric on the back and also the front. These idiots. These idiots, dude. These idiots. I'm just saying. 1 second. And I know why it makes bitches mad. Because I run a mic, like, it'll be bitches who have been running mics for years, not knowing how to market, not knowing how to advertise, location scout, how to be fucking friendly and socialize, all that shit. And they will wonder why their rooms never have luck. And then get someone like me. I know what to do. I know which tone of voice to speak in. I know the logistics. So it'll be niggas with dingy, dirty bars with shitty audiences and shitty managers complaining that their mics are shitty. And they get their shitty friends to be booked on shows, and they get shitty, disrespectful people, and they wonder why they have a shitty time. Scarcity mindset. I don't believe in that. So for me, I make sure it's like, okay, we have enough seats where if someone came by themselves or a group came in, they wouldn't have to worry about like, oh shit, where can we sit? Everyone sit together as a group. It's awkward. No, I spread out the chairs evenly. I make sure everywhere is walkable. That places look appealing. I make sure I treat the comics well. If someone's harassing them, I'm like, get the fuck away from them. Don't disrespect them. I'll say, know what you're doing. Thank you. I will find a way to make it work. These bitches don't, and they don't bother to try. And a lot of these people are arrogant assholes. But you know what? I've been getting a lot of blessings from people and support because they're like, damn, Tam's not even a comedian, and she knows how to run a comedy room. She knows how to get a fucking full house of people pouring in from every fucking entrance you can think of. Like, easily 50 people in a room. Because they fucking love me. She always looks good, is so sweet, so appealing. She does not handle nonsense at all. The venue owners will give her anything she likes, any future events she wants to suggest. They will get on it immediately because they love me. And I put in the work. You niggas don't try to do that. So it's so funny that my peeve is going from, oh, people keep acting like my buddy the host is the producer when I'm the producer. Because my buddy the host doesn't really, or at least not that much, spend sleepless nights trying to worry about how to make the mic work. I do. I made the poster, shipped it off, do the handing out the flyers and taping them and putting them up anywhere you can. I do the outreach. I make sure every comedian is fucking recognized. I do so much work. And people will just see a man who just showed up with a shitty little speaker that I can buy every day and a fucking microphone in his hand that I gave to him. But secretly, deep down, I say this with love. Well, he knows it, so I don't even have to say it. But do you really think it's that hard to get someone who holds a microphone in their hand? And I'll say it bluntly tonight, and I have said this to their face. They need to lock in. Because even tonight, they twice skipped someone who was first up on the sign-up list. The first time I was nice about it, I was like, it's actually Javias. He was like, oh, it was Javi? I was like, yeah, it was Javi. Guess what? He went up again and said, all right, that was your last comedian. Your next comedian is David Rodriguez. And I had to come up and be like, this time I wasn't quiet about it. I said, it's Javi. Javi next time. Yeah, it's still Javi. And if he went a third time doing that, I would have been like, no, that's it. I'm taking over. Because it's like, you're not about to fucking disrespect Javi, who paid for a drink and worked hard on his jokes for the past 2 to 3 weeks without seeing us, and he's not going to be sitting here disrespected when imagine the nervousness you already feel trying to get up on stage, and imagine someone skipping over you repeatedly. It's like, get on your fucking A game. So I'm just saying, get it together. So that's all I'll say about that. But my buddy knows I care about him, and he does care about me too. He's very sweet. He's a loving man. Don't get me wrong. But I will say there is a special sort of irritation watching people go up to a guy who is just a guy holding a mic that I gave to him and be like, so, how'd you find this place? What else are you like? Oh my god, it's so good you opened up this room. He didn't open up this room. I'm the one who handled all the fucking logistics. You stupid, arrogant, misogynistic, and almost, I won't say racist, but definitely misogynistic. I can't say the words I want to say. Extremely problematic words. It hurts. Let me drink some more. Someone did that tonight, but it's okay. They were the new guy. But they did say, yeah, I talked to that guy earlier, and I was trying to see if I could maybe do some music between the comedians sometimes. And I thought to myself, you saw all night they referred to me as the producer. And you want to talk to the interchangeable guy who I handed a mic to about a big change like that? And even then, it would just be guitar strumming. Did I say anything? I phrased it like this. I was like, oh, actually, funny enough, he's just the host. But we are trying to open up this other new room. Have you been to this other venue? Yeah, we might get something there soon. So maybe we could see about working out some logistics of that, because that sounds like a great idea, actually. Yeah, that'd be fucking cool. We'd love to, because, we've been thinking about music and comedy for a while. And, we've done that. I've seen that at a few other, and I just moved on. I was like, let's go. Because I knew if I said, nigga, I'm the producer, why would you think the other guy would be in charge of anything here? It would be a little too hostile. And I'm very good at locking in. Now, don't get me wrong, I love and support my buddy. I do. But I'll put it this way. There's a difference between a king and a visor. And if you're a visor and everyone treats you like a king, the king will get upset. So I'm so glad my visor, in most cases, respects me. And on the slim chances that they'll be like, oh, hey, some big comedian just entered the room. So instead of like 4, I'm going to give them 10 minutes. It's like, nigga, not even people who buy items get 10 minutes. I was like, fuck no. And they were like, no. And I said, no. And they're like, no. And I said, no. And the way it's hard to replicate the exact murder eyes, cubic stare mixed with anger I gave them, but it was something along the lines of, fuck no! And I did that face unbreakingly for like a 20 to 30-second interaction. And they leaned in, they were like, no! And I said, no! And it was like an awkward, fucking hilarious subjectively. I wonder how because people never see us interact like that. He never has even seen that face ever, and he's known me for like 2 years. He was like, is she fucking with me? Oh, that's her real face. Oh, okay. I was also very drunk that night. But he was like, but he's a big shot, and he's doing good, and he's a bit. And I was like, okay, I don't care how big he is. He didn't support the venue. He didn't pay for food. And also, I have strong moral code. I'm not gonna let him just skip everybody just because he's a big shot, because even big shots can fucking fall hard. And even then, who's to say he's even gonna do a good job? Because, like, you say he's a big shot, but I can't remember the last time I've seen him do well. You wanna know what happened? He got on stage with the 4 minutes he was allowed, and he objectively fucking bombed. A mild bomb, like a little scalding, nothing too intense with the degree burns, but still a fucking bomb. So it's like, yeah, you didn't do good with 4. You would have sucked with 7. 10? Yeah. And it's because of me, the producer, who knows that it's like everyone in the room would have been mad if that guy got 10. The audience wouldn't have liked if that guy got 10. Why would I do that? And that is exactly why the other rooms that my buddy, the host, does do, I won't say too much. He knows. But I won't say too much. Because I also helped out with those rooms. And let me just say, the rooms I have helped out that man in have flourished. And the rooms where he didn't listen to my help, let's just say those ones have closed down. And so when my buddy tonight, I was talking to them about the smarmy asshole who kept talking about food mics don't work, big venues don't work, this won't work, that won't work, this day won't. It's like I made a Monday night venue work when it should be a night where on a Monday night everyone goes home to get some good sleep. Everyone stays inside. No one would pay that much for food. The parking is weird. The area is dangerous. All that. And I've made it the biggest fucking hit in the scene. And you bitches still want to tell me and fill my mind with doubt when, if anything, I've been so optimistic and everything's flourished for me because of that. That is a very interesting choice for you to make and a terrible one that you should never do again. Because clearly I'm not like you. Like, you could get the best venue in the fucking world and still make it a flop. I'll get the worst venue around and make it a hit. And that's how I work. God bless. Anything else I want to say? When my buddy tonight tried to defend the other guy and be like, well, he's been in the scene for a while, and it's always good to take constructive criticism and, get new knowledge on things that other people might also know about. It could be healthy. It's like, yeah, that's real funny coming from the guy who was like, oh, like, you're the type of guy who goes to a fucking open mic and opens up in a room full of women with, I just got done fucking my poodle last night. And once when I was 11, my hot older sisters, college aged, flashed me their vajayjay and put me in the corner and stripped me naked and oiled me up and threw things at me, called me their little pee pee poo poo man. And then you wonder why you make 7 people get up and fucking leave. And they've been saying more shit these days that just gives the energy of bitter. Because it's like another time they started defending this one place that is infamous for their bad decisions in comedy despite coming out so strong and being one of the biggest powerhouses in my area for years. And then they were like, everyone's so hard on this venue, but do they know how hard it is to run a comedy show and do open mics and do this and do that? Not that fucking hard. Not if you actually care about people's experiences. Jesus fucking Christ. Jesus, like, I'm open to them taking constructive criticism and trying new things, but I'll put it this way. If you're one of the biggest comedy powerhouses in the game, then maybe you should have a show that is called the All Asians Only Show. Do not put it, don't make the lineup mostly white men. Maybe stop making the place smell like fucking rotting piss and fucking boogers all the time. Maybe light some incense. Maybe stop allowing people to say racist shit on stage. Maybe stop booking the same fucking unfunny people for the open mic every fucking night. Maybe instead of putting on new talent showcases that are actually bringer shows, and if you aren't aware of what a bringer show is, it means that it's a show where you aren't getting discovered by anybody. as in there's no real audience. It's like you have to basically beg some people, like, hi, I need to beg 7 people to come to this comedy show so the bar makes money. So are you willing to pay for a $20 ticket, 2 expensive drinks that are at least fucking $15 each, but also inevitably will more because of tip, and then also given to the tip bucket at the end of the night that doesn't go to people like me? Cool. And are you willing to sit for like a whole like 3 hours through the world's most terrible comedians ever who did the same thing with their grandma and their distant cousins and their weird coworkers? And then watch his eyes say unfunny shit that would have been better at an open mic and never got laughs ever? Yeah, that sounds great. You want to know what happened? That fucked up their they fucked up their reputation big time. They've done so much more, but all I can say is it's like, yeah, and they filled their venue with predators, and they filled it with idiots, and they're not having luck now. So they had a chance to be like a sexy, suave, amazing poor, but they didn't care about audience experience. And they've been openly caught saying that the only thing they care about is if they get cash in their hand from the audience so that they can pay off the loans needed to keep the venue open. And they're getting less audience. Because sometimes people don't want to pay for two $19 drinks and a $20 ticket for comedians that weren't even checked if they were funny. Like, you just get one random old bitch who's on stage for like 20 minutes talking about what she ordered at Trader Joe's with no punchlines. So, no. People send me a lot of blessings. If anything, tonight was a blessed night because, funny enough, the dipshit who pissed me off tonight and a bunch of other people, they respect me. Why? Because they can tell I'm going to be big. They shit on my method, but it works. And then guess what? They were there on time trying to get the fucking top spot. Being like, oh, Timothy, can we help you move tables? Oh, can we help organize with the seating arrangements? Oh, Timothy, can we help with the sound check or the lights or anything we can do? Do you want a drink? We can get you a drink. Do you want food? We can get you food. And they were extra sweet tonight. And the venue loved me. They were like, yeah, Tim gets food on the house, free caffeine. Hey, fuck it. Do you want like a soju cocktail enough to kill a fucking horse? And they gave it to me. Why? Because I know my value and I know my worth and I show my worth. And it works. People don't show their value. It's kind of like that quote from Scarface where it's like, first you get the money and then you get the power, respect, hoes come last. Wait, no, that's Iggy Azalea. Whatever, same difference. I kind of like, same difference. I don't really like either of those people. But either way, in my opinion, I got the respect. And I am getting some power. Funny enough, not even, I haven't even had money for it, but I can tell people want to get on my good side because they can tell once I start raking in even more money. Not just for myself with like the tip bucket and the percentage from the bar, or like whatever extra money I get on top of that. They know I'm gonna be big. People want to shit on me, they're losers for it, but I will just say it. They're waiting for me to make even more showcases. Not just helping out, like my own. So I can bring that powerhouse energy, and once I get more money into more hands, then I get even more respect and power. And and guess what? Like I said, since I chose to start running open mics first before showcases, people respect it even more because it's like open mics usually don't make that much money or bring that much people. I am an anomaly. People usually don't buy food. I'm an anomaly. People like there's so much about the venue. I had another good point I wanted to make, but it's like so many things should have made it not work, and instead it's a fucking hit. So I think lightning can strike twice because then I got another venue opening up, and despite that fucking asshole tonight with his stupid fucking pistol grip fucking chin, fucking nasty ass bicycle seat face bitch. Fuck that nigga. Fuck that nigga. He's lame as fuck. Hate his face shape so much. It's terrible. He looks like a T-bone steak, like a fucked up succulent leaf. I don't like that shit. That nigga. I'll put it this way. He was trying to talk shit and give his words of wisdom and shit on my ideas and my process that has guaranteed actually worked and has been strategically tested, and tried to talk shit. And it's like, okay, name one showcase that actually you've done that brings you people from the methods you say. You can't. Name one showcase you've done. Matter of fact, he runs 0 open mics, 0 showcases. At most, he semi-helps out, and even then, it's like, okay, you set up a few chairs and passed out a few stickers. Whoop-de-fucking-do. You do nothing else. You fucking loser, and you don't even get paid for it. You get no money. And your hair is greasy, and your nose is bony. I don't respect you. So I'm just saying, He needs to put some respect on my name and some spit on my dick so that when he jerks me off, it's at least pleasurable for me. That's all I gotta say. Lame ass bitch ass. And I'm sucking my own dick tonight, metaphorically. Even though I am flexible enough where I could really do that. Hell, I might try that after this video just because I feel like it. We're trying new stuff tonight. Hell yeah. It's gonna work out as it always does. Niggas are pathetic. And even as I talked to him, he was such a pessimist about so many things, even things regarding himself. He was an optimist in the wrong ways and a pessimist in the right, also the wrong ways. So it's like him talking about how he doesn't think he's that funny, how he doesn't think, like all the things about himself that he doesn't like, and all that shit. I don't know. I'm just saying. You have low self-esteem, you have no work ethic, you don't have time on your hands to actually go scout for locations to even start showcases, and you don't have people skills and all that, and you think walking in as just a comedian, not a producer, not someone with experience under their belt, and not someone with any social charm, charisma, wit, intelligence, any of that, and you think you're gonna have luck. Nothing under your belt. Nothing under your belt. And you think that's gonna work? Who knows? Maybe it will. Maybe he'll be smart enough to not just say he's a comedian and say, oh, I've helped co-produce this, and that. Please help me. But on top of that, he doesn't have the social charm needed. No eloquence. No eloquence, no elegance. He is not a people person. He's not very good at socializing. Like, he's not very funny. And the people he hangs out with do not have good reputations and definitely are not known as funny nor likable. He doesn't even have money, and he doesn't have time or energy to location scout, and he wants to act like what I'm doing isn't shit. I've packed out fucking rooms and made money and had so much fun, and everyone loves me. What's he known for? I hear nothing about anything he has done, so clearly he's not doing good. Meanwhile, everyone knows about what I do, and they love hearing about it. It's infamous. So it's just really funny that a guy is shitting on me being a location scout, but also will not put in any effort to actually scout for locations himself. He has no personality needed for it, time, money, anything. So you need someone like me, but you're acting like you're better than that and can just do it by yourself. Okay, then go ahead and watch as no showcases come. Watch as you, as a lone fucking loser who's not known for shit, walks into places and asks for a comedy show and you will not get it. And if you do, watch how quickly it fails, you fucking bitch. And then as for me, I'll keep succeeding with my big spacious venues and my seating arrangements and my mostly food areas. And I'll have all the droves of California solo people who are just looking for good places to eat food and drink on a date night and not fucking kill their liver and kidneys and have a good time with exquisite, delicious gourmet food and put restaurants on their map. Money in their pockets, which then comes into my pockets and make comedians smile because they actually have rooms where people fucking listen to them. And people also want to shit on open mics, which is stupid. Like, I'll put it this way, there's not much difference between a comedy show and an open mic. And I know you're like, oh, but there is, comedy shows are more professional. Okay, well, you niggas don't have professional jokes. So, like, I've seen your material. Your jokes need to be workshopped at places like mine. And even then, I get some pretty good fucking hitters, and I've had good luck so far. Everyone has fun. It's a good community third space. It's affordable, and it's a lovely time. So enjoy your dingy dive bars and your low Skarsky mindsets and too much fucking Gorilla Glue fucked up hair gel. And I will enjoy my progress. So I'm gonna try my best not to tell this nigga to suck a dick tonight. Maybe I'll block him. And what's so funny is I went through the interaction with such a positive aura that he probably went home thinking, yeah, Tam loves me. She adores me. Like, she said I was cute. She valued my opinion. She listened to me for like almost a whole extra hour. And then even my buddy was like, yeah, I would have never guessed there were disagreements between you and him. You were smiling the whole time. It seemed like a friendly conversation, not any sort of issue. That's so funny. Because I'm going to block the fuck out that ugly ass nigga the second I stop recording this shit. And he'll probably wonder, oh, why'd she do that? Because I'm a highly vibrational person, and you're someone where every positive, optimistic thing I said, you were like, why are you choosing this location? Why are you choosing this day? Why are you choosing this hour? Why are you choosing a place that serves more food than alcohol? And I said that it also serves alcohol, but they were like, yeah, but still, comedians don't buy food. Wouldn't it be a waste of time? Tons of people buy food at my venues. You should kill yourself, actually. And I said it, and I made it clear as day. It's like, well, clearly everything about this venue is an anomaly, and it still worked. So lightning can strike twice, and you can allow yourself to be surprised. I hate to break it to you, not everyone's enticed by the idea of going to a shitty bar for like a watered down or way too tipsy Moscow Mule and watching terrible comedy. If you can actually guarantee relatively good comedy from people who have a positive reputation and you turn away terrible people at the door, and the place serves something like, ooh, delicious gourmet fucking like hot dogs and tater tots and steaks and shit, then guess what? People will show up. Because everyone wants dinner. Not everyone wants a fucking drink. And plenty of people love comedy. I'm just saying. So good luck with those paid showcases of yours, bitch. You're gonna need it. And I'm gonna flourish. I usually like to end a video not being angry, so I'll just say it like this. It says a lot that even after an amazing night like this, that he still felt comfortable coming up to me to complain. Or not complain, but just try to shoot down my ideas. And it's like, that's very interesting. Now, I'm gonna have to grind twice as hard to fight down the doubt that you tried to instill in my system. Because it's like, no, my mics and my events have been going well for like almost a full fucking year now. And you love it enough where you're trying to shit on me and what I do. But you showed up at 6:30 on the dot, hoping to suck my fucking toes, chase tables around the room, and do whatever you can to get that bullet slot. So maybe you should fucking suck it. And you can enjoy it. Yeah, and as I said about my other guy, the one who tried to defend him like, ooh, advice from people, even if it's unorthodox, still can help. Well, I gave you advice on how to make your venue pop, and you ignored all of it to make shitty AI posters, and now you had to shut down your mic because you didn't follow any of my advice. So, because you were so sure that shitty AI and Photoshop posters with weird half-naked Mexican children flipping off random cartoon characters in front of random construction sites, you were so sure that'd be a hit to promote your comedy events, huh? Notice how no one ever showed up? Because I'm just saying. And hell, even that same so-called ally, they're mad at the new mic I'm trying to open up, and because guess what? It means the day it falls on means I wouldn't show up to help co-produce and DJ and do all the shit at their mic on that day. That sounds like a you problem. And it also says a lot that it's like, ooh, I'm so afraid my mic's gonna fail if Tam's not there. Yeah, it's probably because your room fucking sucks. But then again, the guys, like, I'll put it this way. Even times where I myself have been like, ooh, how beneficial can I really be to this mic? It's not hard. You line up some videos on YouTube on your phone and you press the up button when someone's leaving the stage, and then you wait until the host gets back, says some stuff on the mic, like lower at certain times. It's not hard. But then my buddy, he's hella old, so you'll see him somehow fuck up and like walk on stage, and there's a huge 10 seconds of silence between when a comedian stops talking and when he starts walking up to the mic trying to announce the next person, and then without a single thought in his, I can't say that word, in his very mind, he will turn up the volume screechingly loud and then talk into the mic as if anyone can hear him, and then walk away from the mic before the comedian even gets on stage, the next one, and then keep the music blasting until I have to yell at him to turn the fucking music down. I've seen this happen so many times. So I see why he instead wants me there, because with me there, I can play witty songs, quirky songs, time it right, and all that. So he knows I make a difference, and he knows my advice and my touch works. So I'm just saying he should. He wants to talk about it as if I don't have it down to a Q. This nigga doesn't even have it. Like, I have it down to Q, a T, an A plus. You don't have it down in any sort of way at all. To the point where me starting my new mic makes you nervous. Because you're like, shit, if Tam's not available on like a Thursday and she starts a new mic on a Thursday, what's that gonna mean for me? It means you have to learn how to run your own fucking room. So maybe I'm actually pretty fucking great at what I do in every single way, from socializing, looking cute, and personality, to the point where if I'm gone, people will send me tons of messages saying that they missed me. Why? Because not everyone wants to see an old ass man who's like 70 flop around and spit into a mic nonsensical jokes that are basically just sex crimes. Sometimes they want to see the hot girl dressed to the 10s and the 11s in the DJ booth, having a great time, making them feel special, hyping them up with right music, and all that shit. And that's why I get the money, I get the tips, and I'm happy. Anyway, I'll see if I can cure my rage for the evening, but I have to say, fuck that nigga. And big talk for a nigga who can't even run an open mic, can't find a venue, and all that. Trying to talk shit about me. You were saying that you don't think you can start a venue in your area. What's funny is now, out of spite for what he said, I'm gonna go to his fucking neighborhood and I'm gonna find five, no, seven. Nah, let's go with five. Make it easy for me. I'm gonna find five fucking venues in his area. And I'm gonna make them all fucking open mics and comedy showcases and rake in all the fucking money and the 10% at each fucking spot with tips. And you're gonna watch, nigga, as I make all the money that you said wouldn't be worth it if you opened your own open mics or put in your own effort. He was acting like 10% in tips wasn't fucking enough. You're thinking like a small little bitch. You gotta be thinking big, bitch. I'm just saying. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Uh, so, either way, open mic on my arm, no open mic on your arm. Comedy shows on my arm, none on your arm. Money on my arm, none on your arm. So you're a loser. Suck a dick. Eat shit. Bye. Thank you. Toodles.